Audio Jungle.
Pearl Harbor is known as one of the worst and most surprising attacks on home soil in history. This very much one-sided battle killed over 2,400 people and wounded about 1,200 in just over 2 hours.
Japan launches a daring strike.
Oh no, it's the Japanese!
Planes from a massive armada surprised the U.S. Pacific Fleet at Pearl Harbor. For 2 hours, 350 planes pound the American ships. The Japanese pilots sink or badly damage 8 battleships, 3 cruisers, and several other smaller ships. Only 29 Japanese planes are lost. Over 2,400 Americans are killed.
Why did they do that?
One of the biggest conspiracies in history is whether or not FDR pulled the U.S. into war by making an attack by the Japanese inevitable. There is much evidence that FDR provoked the attack by Japan by freezing their assets in the U.S., aiding China in their fight for Japan, and most importantly, boycotting their goods. FDR boycotted the Japanese oil and even cut off their supply shipments. Without this oil, Japan could not survive. FDR made sure that they had no choice but to attack us. Japan was left with 3 options: to surrender to American demands, to negotiate a peace agreement, or to declare war. The Japanese government sent a number of requests to the U.S. to meet with the president and negotiate a peace agreement. They wanted the letters to remain a secret, but they were leaked to the media by the government. Soon after many of his requests were ignored, Konoye finally agreed to succumb to the U.S. demands. Still, there was no response. On November 25th, at a meeting of FDR's War Council, Secretary of War Henry Stimson states, "The question was how we should maneuver them, the Japanese, into firing the first shot without allowing too much danger to ourselves." Does this or does this not sound like FDR is pushing us into the war? FDR knew an attack was coming. Actually, all of Washington did. They did not know when or where it would happen, but they knew it was coming. It was inevitable. Army Air Force Colonel William Mitchell devised a possible attack plan that the Japanese could use on Pearl Harbor and would be completely successful. However, no one believed an attack on Pearl Harbor would be possible due to its shallow nature that would defend against torpedoes. So, Mitchell was criticized. The Japanese took notes on his plan, and their attack on Pearl Harbor was very similar to his concepts.
With unbelievable treachery and craftiness, Japan has attacked our territory and murdered American citizens. Japan began this war in treachery. We shall end it in victory.